Welcome to another stock analysis video performed by MajesticTrader.com, where active traders see greater profits. So let's begin. Hi everybody, we're looking at the GLD, the gold ETF chart, the weekly, and we have some interesting things going on here. As you know, gold peaked over the 1900 level. GLD had an interesting ride this past week, as you could tell by this pretty amazing candlestick. And as you could look back here into the middle of 08, where our chart is, we haven't had that kind of a candlestick in that entire time. It was even larger than the prior week, where we had about $150, $175 move up in the price of gold. The top and low wick of this actually extended beyond the top and bottom of the previous week. So everybody wants to know, where is gold going? A lot of it's going to depend on what happens here over the next 2 weeks with Europe. Europe is truly going to drive the price of gold here. If there's a lot more issues that arise, that they can't come up with any resolutions with the fixing of the financial systems, the EU, specifically the countries like Greece, Italy, France, Portugal, Spain, Ireland, we could see gold very well get to the top target range of $2,000 within the next 2 to 4 weeks. A lot of that also depends on the U.S., depending on what happens with the European situation with the banks. If that has a serious impact on our markets, and we have some headline-driven news here over the next week that will possibly and probably push our markets down to the 1100 level on the S&P, we could definitely see the push up to the $2,000 range of gold, or 200 on GLD. If there isn't a lot of news over the next 2 weeks with Europe, and things are still uncertain but not necessarily headline news driven, we could drift back to this target range here on the downside, 140 to the 150.53 level. As a matter of fact, if you look here, when we draw our up and down fibs, we have dead on confluence at 140.33. That would be an amazing drop to go to the 140 level from 177, but why not? As you can see, we've had a very interesting trend here since last September, October in the gold market, and it barely breached a few times the 30-week moving average. Other than that, it has pretty much been on a steady climb. I don't need to tell you where the price of gold has been. Everybody knows it's in the news, and you probably see 3 commercials an hour for it. I think if you also look here, it has built interesting shelves along the way. Another little shelf here, and that shelf line typically lasts anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks before it rests and consolidates there and then goes to the next level, whatever that next stair-step level is. I can seriously look at a pullback here again to the 140, 150 range, which would be a terrific buying opportunity. With everything that's going on in the world, there's probably a better than 50-50 chance that Europe's going to go into a recession over the next 6 months. I would say it's probably about the same for the U.S. If you wait for a pullback to the 140, 150 range, I would say that's a pretty good buying zone. If we look at silver, silver has had a very interesting run. Everybody knows the high at $48 back in late April, first week of May, before basically the price crashed $18 to $19. And we've been on a nice, interesting, steady climb up. We hit a high of 42.75 this past week with very volatile action. You can see the size of this candlestick here. One of the things that we want to look at is this very strong support area here around the $40 level. We look at this as very strong support. If we breach the $40 support on pretty significant volume and close the week under 40, we could pull back to 35. I don't think it's actually going to do that. I think we're actually going to see some action probably to the 44, 45 level We see the 78.6 retracement for Fibonacci. That sounds about right, probably for that to happen here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's not going to rise as much as gold. We'll probably will, but if we get a pullback in gold to that 140, 150 level that we just spoke about, I think we could also get a pullback to the $39, $40 level on silver before we go to that next level of $44 to $45 over the next couple of weeks. You can check out our website at majestictrader.com. If you'd like to request a copy of our newsletter, in the upper right-hand corner of our homepage, you can request a copy. We'd be more than happy to email one out and get your feedback. Thank you for attending another MajesticTrader.com's stock chart analysis. Visit our website to request one of our newsletters. Go to our website at www.majestictrader.com. In the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address and your name, and we'll send you out a copy. Once you become a member, you'll have access to complete trade performance, all stock analysis videos, archived newsletters, and midweek alerts that are trading ideas. We'll send those out to you via email. Again, thank you for attending.